Ah, nuts. It doesn't look like I have any Dayquil. Interesting. It ignores the first monster, or the first two meat. Not sure why. So we'll check his feeding route. This is pretty much my feeding route. Misses the leap smash. And you missed the other two meat, but it's definitely not worth going back at that point. Oh, charge is going to miss it. Yep. So one thing I'd recommend for Cody is just to work on your feeding route a little bit better. Really get used to where wildlife spawns and how they move around, so you can be in a much more effective position when it goes off. So there is the planet scanner. So the hunters should see that they're going here. Yeah, definitely start cutting really hard. You really want to be in this little area by the time the monster gets there, otherwise you can get away very easy. So yeah, definitely work on your feeding route, Cody. There's a good chance you're going to get domed here, and you're only going to have like half a bar of evolution, which means that you're probably going to be getting Slim Grenade domed twice at stage 1 if you're not careful. So well, they're all grouped up there, and there's some turrets. Nice harpoon by Asusu. Yeah, going after the medic now. Yeah, so definitely work on your feeding route, Cody, and then once you get into a combat scenario, you really kind of want to have an idea if your goal is to get strikes or not. If it is, find out who you're going to go after and stick with them. If not, then you need to kind of basically just or take as much damage as possible, and then save up all your traversals so that once the dome comes down, you can leave easily. Oh, there goes Bucket. Okay, so there we go. So the biggest thing is just make sure you go in a straight line to get away from these guys. I'm not sure why the glass should... Well, I guess he technically leaped up there. So definitely don't stop to eat when the hunters are that close. It's just going to make it easier, especially for a griffin, to stay on you. You just want to go in a straight line and go far away as much as possible. But yeah, so you might be able to get to stage 2 before you get domed, but they're going to dome you as you stage 2, most likely. I'm not sure why. Griffin was cutting off the monster, and then he came behind, so I'm not sure if he thought the monster doubled back. A little bit more meat. If you eat the 2 striders up here, that should give you enough to evolve. One thing I definitely recommend is never use Leap Smash for distance. It's really terrible because there's an animation that plays when you try and pick yourself back up. The only time you would Leap Smash to get distance is to Leap Smash into a charge or Leap Smash directly into a traversal. So going after the Trapper here. If he charged you, if you charged him into the corner, it would have juggled him enough that he should be able to do it. Griffin goes back downstairs. Leap smashes right on Griffin's head. Bonus point damage. Oh, misses the charge. The charge was just a split second too late, and he got out of range for it. What is his 2 Leap Smash? So I would definitely say that you would definitely need, if you're trying to go for strikes, 1 point in all abilities is probably a bit better than putting 2 in a Leap Smash, because the Leap Smash is not going to have enough extra damage or cooldown to be able to really get anybody down. Back after the Trapper. So yeah, definitely stay focused on one target. and stick with that target as much as possible. The dome's about to go down. Save your traversals. Now get out of there. Now traverse. Nope. Yeah, definitely don't use a leaf smash for getting away. It's actually not that much slower than just walking. Okay, and then once you're on the other side, you can go ahead and evolve and then start eating. Wait for the dome to get about 20 seconds, then escape over the hunters and get to the other side of the map.
The monster has evolved.
Okay, so a little bit of damage being done. 3 in a rock throw, wow. Okay, yep, so the monster should go immediately to try to escape the hunters while you have that dome preservation. So you can jump literally right over the hunters and get away with it. Now you got full armor, so it looks like you might try an engagement here, actually. There we go. Hunters are holding on to the dome. Right now, I've forced the hunters to use the dome by trying to run away. Yep. And then go ahead and engage. Yep, there we go. So here we go. Let's see with a 3 rock throw if he's able to do it. There's like you want to try and see if you can goad the hunters to get away from where it's good. Going after Bucket, good idea here. Bucket's a little bit squishier than a Bucket Slim. Misses the rock throw. Misses the charge. Does hit with the leaf smash. The Bucket's up in the air, taking permanent health damage now. And the monster decides not a good engagement and decides to go away. Azuzu, a little aggressive. Start saving up your traversals, because the dome will be coming down pretty short. But you are no strikes and less than half health. So yeah, just get ready to go ahead and leave. Take a little bit more damage and then leave. And then going over the hunters. So when you're ready to escape, make sure you're near like the opposite side. You don't want Griffin to be close by to you. Unfortunate Griffin miss over there. But you definitely don't want to be near the hunters when the dome comes down. Yeah, definitely work on like the... So Charge and Fire Breath actually has a much shorter distance range than you might expect. So make sure that when you work on your feeding route, you're just kind of more comfortable and in tune with where those distances go. Holy crap, everyone's got ridiculous playing. Okay, so monster about to get domed again. You have 10 seconds. You could have just jumped over the hunters again. No point in trying to be sneaky. They're going to be able to see you. Decides to go preemptively engage into Slim. I almost said Sloth. There is the dome. Oh, Armordon decides to pack in a couple of hits. If they're lucky, or if the monster is good, he might be able to coerce the hunters to fight around the Armordon. But the Armordon is just kind of going all freaky. Nice rock throw. So I do feel that the rock throw 3 points is a little too all in one ability. You kind of want to spread your abilities out unless you're very, very good about landing an ability. And rock throw, while it is a lot of damage for Goliath, is not necessarily his most reliable form of damage. I definitely would work on your combo abilities, you know, heavy attacks into leap smashes, into charges, and so on and so forth. But it does look like that the monster is going to go down here. GG. GG. Okay, so I'll focus mostly on the monster. The biggest thing is just learning and getting more comfortable with your feeding routes. There were a couple of times when you walked by some 2 meats where you could have just killed them and kept on going in the direction you were going. Sorry. And so you kept on going in the direction, so there was a lot of missed opportunity, and you could tell by the time you were ready to get domed, you were only about half to 3/4 of the way through an evolution meter, which means that it was likely that you might have gotten domed twice at stage 1, unless you were really, really careful. So definitely just work on that, as well as aiming your abilities, the leap smash and the charge, to make sure you land on the appropriate food. That being the case, I would never use leap smash to get away from the hunters, or for traversal, unless it's immediately followed up with a charge or another traversal, because leap smash, you have like this little animation when you come out of it. So if you leap smash traversal, it's okay, and if you leap smash charge, it's okay, but then you're kind of not really getting that much out of it. So usually I save leap smash more for packs of 2 meats, or there's like 2 of them next to each other, you can kill them both at the same time. But yeah, definitely focus more on that. So if you know that the dome's coming down and it doesn't look like you're going to get a strike, just start saving up all your traversals, and you want to get near the edge of the dome when it's about to come down, like a couple of seconds or so. So that way you have 3 traversals to get away, and then you're not fighting against Griffin who's trying to harpoon you. And so it's easier to get away from a Griffin in that case. As for actual combat, definitely go in with the mindset that you're going to either take the damage and then leave the dome, or you're going to try for the strike, but you kind of can't really waffle between the two. If you're going to go for a strike, I definitely at stage 1 would take 1 point in all abilities, instead of not taking rock throw like in your current build, because otherwise it's really hard to burst somebody down without all 4 abilities. And you also have to work on your combos, you know, charge somebody off of something high, hit him with an air heavy to knock them straight down into the ground, leap smash them against the wall so that they can't really go and avoid it, and then rock throw when they try and get away from you or travel up the cliff, and then repeat as necessary. But yeah, definitely focus on one target and then go from there. And then when you get out of a dome, pick a far away distance on the map and just keep going in a straight line until you're out of traversals and they're not in line of sight, and then start eating. I felt you were eating a little too close to the hunters for the most part, especially against a Griffin. You don't want to do that because you don't want to be within Griffin harpoon range again. Otherwise, let's go ahead and let's do that again.